Dr. Calla Thorne-Vex adjusted her biomechanical sensors for the 100th time, but the reading remained unchanged. 347 years after the great extinction event that had consumed the Sol system, something was transmitting on human communication frequencies from the depths of interstellar space. "Analysis confirms the signal's origin," she reported to the assembled council aboard the research vessel Eternal Vigil. "The transmission is definitely human in nature. Linguistic patterns, mathematical sequences, even the harmonic frequencies match archived records from before the fall." Professor Zeke Amaran, the galaxy's leading expert on extinct civilizations, leaned forward in his hoverchair. His ancient Altarian form flickered with disbelief. Impossible. The Devourer fleet consumed everything in the Sol system down to subatomic particles. No human technology could have survived that level of annihilation. Dr. Thorne-Vex had dedicated her entire career to studying the lost civilization of humanity. As a member of the hybrid Cytherian human descendant race, she was one of the few beings in the galaxy who carried actual human genetic material, a legacy of the desperate evacuation attempts during Earth's final days. "Play the signal again," commanded Captain Nex 7, her crystalline form resonating with authority. The recording filled the research vessel's main chamber with a sound that had not been heard in the galaxy for over 3 centuries, a human voice, speaking in the extinct language called English, transmitted with a clarity that suggested the source was nearby rather than light years away. "This is Dr. Elena Vasquez, Chief Science Officer of the UES Endurance. If anyone receives this transmission, know that we remember. We remember what was taken from us. We remember what you cost the galaxy when you let us fall." The message continued for exactly 47 minutes and 33 seconds, the same length as Earth's final distress call, before the Devourer fleet completed its consumption of the human homeworld. But this was not a recording. Analysis confirmed that the transmission was being generated in real time, from a source that moved through space along the same trajectory the Endurance had been following when it disappeared during the evacuation attempts. "The implications are staggering," Professor Zeke Amaran whispered. "If humans survived the fall, where have they been for 3.5 centuries? Dr. Thorne-Vex had been asking herself the same question since the signal first appeared 6 months ago. It moved through the galaxy in a predictable pattern, always staying in the deep void between star systems, never approaching populated worlds. Yet its position could be calculated, and today, the Eternal Vigil had finally caught up to its source. "Captain," reported Navigation Officer Plex 9, "we are within visual range of the transmission source." The main view screen activated, revealing what appeared to be empty space punctuated by occasional flickers of exotic energy. The sensors indicated a massive presence, but nothing was visible to conventional observation. "The signal is coming from something that exists partially outside normal spacetime," Dr. Thorne-Vex realized. "It's phasing between dimensions." As if responding to their presence, the transmission suddenly changed. The recorded message from Dr. Vasquez was replaced by something far more disturbing, a real-time conversation. "You finally came," said a voice that carried the weight of centuries. "I wondered how long it would take for someone to follow the breadcrumbs." Captain Nex 7 stepped forward. "This is Captain Nex 7 of the Galactic Research Consortium vessel Eternal Vigil. Identify yourself." "I am what remains of the UES Endurance," the voice replied. "Ship, crew, and cargo transformed by necessity into something the Devourers could not consume." The view screen flickered, and for a moment, the outline of a massive vessel became visible, a human starship that seemed to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously, its hull phasing between solid matter and pure energy. "Dr. Vasquez?" Dr. Thorne-Vex called out, her voice trembling. "Are you there?" "I am here," came the reply, though here has become a relative concept. We exist in the spaces between spaces, in the moments between heartbeats. The Devourers taught us that survival sometimes requires becoming something unrecognizable. Professor Zeke Amaran accessed his historical databases. According to records, the Endurance was carrying the last archives of human civilization, their entire cultural and scientific heritage. Did you manage to preserve it? We preserved everything, Dr. Vasquez replied, her voice carrying both pride and immeasurable sadness. Art, literature, scientific knowledge, the genetic templates of every human who ever lived. But preservation came at a cost none of us anticipated. The ship became more visible as it synchronized with their dimensional frequency. The crew of the Eternal Vigil could see figures moving through the vessel's corridors, humans who appeared to be going about their daily routines, but there was something deeply wrong with what they observed. They're not alive, are they? Dr. Thorne Vex asked quietly. We are patterns now, Dr. Vasquez explained. Consciousness preserved in quantum matrices, memories encoded in dimensional fluctuations. We exist because we refuse to die, because someone must remember what was lost. Captain Nex 7 felt a chill that had nothing to do with the ship's temperature controls. What do you want from us? Justice, came the immediate reply. The Devourer fleet was not a natural phenomenon. It was unleashed by the merchant princes of Ixerion as a weapon against species they considered economically inconvenient. Humanity was targeted for extinction because we refused to participate in their slave trade networks. The accusation hit the research team like a physical blow. The Ixerion merchant princes were one of the most powerful factions in the current galactic community, their economic networks spanning hundreds of star systems. You have proof of this, Professor Zeke Amaran demanded. We have everything, Dr. Vasquez replied. Intercepted communications, financial records, the original deployment orders. For 347 years, we have been gathering evidence, waiting for the right moment to present our case. Images began flooding the Eternal Vigil's data system's documents, recordings, and evidence of a conspiracy so vast it implicated dozens of major galactic powers. The destruction of humanity had not been an unfortunate encounter with a cosmic predator, it had been a carefully orchestrated genocide. Why reveal this now? Captain Nex 7 asked. Because the merchant princes are preparing to do it again, Dr. Vasquez answered. The Delphinian Republic has been marked for elimination. Their crime, refusing to allow strip mining of their sacred grove worlds. Dr. Thorne Vex felt her hybrid heritage burning within her consciousness. The human part of her DNA carried genetic memories of Earth's blue skies and green forests, losses that had shaped her entire existence. What can we do? She asked. Deliver our evidence to the Galactic Council, Dr. Vasquez replied. Let the galaxy see what really happened to humanity. Let them understand that extinction-level events don't just happen, they are chosen by those with the power to prevent them. As the Endurance began to fade back into dimensional obscurity, Dr. Vasquez's voice echoed across the communication systems one final time. We cannot rest until justice is served. We cannot die until the truth is told. We are humanity's ghost, and we will haunt this galaxy until the guilty are held accountable. The signal vanished, leaving the crew of the Eternal Vigil staring at terabytes of evidence that would reshape galactic civilization's understanding of its own history. Somewhere in the void between dimensions, the last humans continued their eternal vigil, transformed by tragedy into something that could never be silenced or destroyed. The dead, it seemed, had learned to speak.